We got a stage 2 MMP fuel pump, some assembly required. We gotta take the old fuel pump out and then install this one. It has a instruction manual online which I'll be following, but this video will cover pretty much everything that's on that. Alright, first step. We're gonna pull the seat up. Use your muscles for that. Yeah, we could peel this back. What the fuck is that, dude? Is that a glow stick?
Yeah. Sick.
Peel this back. We have access to the door. It's gonna be 4 10mm. So we'll pull those off right now. Yeah. So I kind of threw all the tools into a pile because
these are all the tools you need to put a single turbo on an N54. Right here. So pause the video and yep, you're gonna need all that. There you go.
10mm though. That's a rare find. Alright. This is dirty as fuck. But I'm gonna unplug these. Now I'm gonna start the car to depressurize the fuel system. JIC. And she's gone. Next thing we're gonna do is unplug the battery so that we don't catch on fire and die.
That'd be bad, okay?
Got a 10mm wrench. Just gonna pull off the negative terminal. Just like that. Now that the battery's unplugged and fuel system is drained, I'm going to pull these 2 plugs off by pressing in on the back and lifting up. Just like that. And put these out of the way. Now the MMP fuel pump came with these ring removal tools. They use a 3/8 ratchet. They have kind of like teeth on them, so they hook into these thingamajigs. I'm gonna stick the ratchet in there and turn. Oh my god, that's so tight. I'm gonna spray some penetrating fluid on this to help it come out. I also just got a breaker bar with a 3/8 adapter on it, so maybe this will help. There she is. Can't get this fucking ring out, dude. This is fucking pissing me off. Bad. Yeah, ring is out.
Simple as that.
Okay, we're gonna unplug this port right here. Same way as the top one. So I'm gonna press on the ring on the back and then gently try to pry this. And now we're gonna unplug these by squeezing in the clip on the back and pulling. That's off. This you can just break off or cut off. There's 3 hoses inside of here that we have to remove. Feel my blood pressure fucking going up. What I'm trying to do right now is push in this little button so I can release this hose. But it's impossible while you're trying to hold the bucket up. Squeeze and pull all at the same time. Okay, now that's disconnected. Just can pull the bucket up somehow. Be careful of the float on the side right here. You have to like pull it up, tilt it, and dump out all the gas that's in the bucket back into the tank. Okay, now we have the bucket out of the car. We can start assembling the new pump into this bucket. Okay, we're gonna start by cutting off this plastic piece. Okay, first thing we're gonna do is remove the float assembly by putting it to the center position, tilting it back, and carefully pulling up. You have to pull the wires around. There's a float assembly. Set that aside. Next, we're going to locate the tabs that hold this black piece to the bucket, which are in here, there, and in here. We gotta carefully pry them away from the bucket and then up. Oh, these are glued on. Alright, that's why. We have one plastic piece out. Now we gotta remove this plastic piece. We're using the same method. Stick a flathead in there. Careful not to damage anything. Supposed to use a pick to loosen the glue. Just can't damage the bucket.
Yeah, which you already did.
Well, can't damage it too much. Oh, look at that. That one came free relatively easy. It's a lot of poking and prodding.
Poking and prodding.
That one's free. Gotta get this one the rest of the way. Once this is out of the bucket, let's set this aside. And we can take this part off by carefully wedging and then squeezing this like that. Now this part just comes up also by carefully wedging and pulling. Damn. Junk. Dun, 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 dun. I cut the power wire off so that we could use it with the new pump. Okay, now we're going to take the bucket in this bracket provided in the kit. I'm going to stick it right in here. And we're going to mark where to drill the holes with a marker. Helps if you take a light, shine it on the inside, just like that.
Yeah, Jay.
There's one tree. Okay. Horsepower. Okay, we're gonna start off with a small drill bit so they don't crack the plastic. And we're gonna slowly and carefully drill this hole. There's one. 2. 3. The final bit that we're going to use is a 7/32. Whatever the fuck. This drill bit sucks ass. Drill holes are drilled. Now we can move on to the next step. Alright, we're going to take this set screw, thread it on to this thingy-majig. Okay, you just want it to be snug, not over tightened. Okay, making sure the O-ring is on the tip of the fuel pump. I'm going to stick it in here firmly and slide this over. Notice the location of the flat part. These are 3mm bolts. Allen things. So basically what we're doing is pressing the fuel pump in with this plate. Before you put this bolt in, you want to put this bracket on just like this. So this is going to support the fuel pump. Now that we have the fuel pump bolted onto the top part here, we are going to stick the zip tie in that is supplied with the kit through this groove and through the other groove. Make sure this part is flush right there. You can zip it on. Okay. That's what we got so far. The kit came with this little grommet. We're going to stick it in here. Wow. This is a high quality grommet. Okay. Now we're going to run these here wires up through the grommet. Just like that. We're going to take the two supplied butt connectors, stick them in. Crimp. Okay, now we have the stock connector. We're going to connect it to the butt connectors. Red goes to red, brown goes to black. Okay, all connected. Now I'm just setting up these zip ties for when we put this in the tank. And another one over here. Okay, we're going to install the new fuel sock onto the bottom of the fuel pump. Takes a good amount of force. Helps if you tap it. Now it's fully seated. Alright, we're going to be attaching this venturi to the bottom of the bucket. What you have to do is place it in there, turn it around, have a flashlight inside, and mark holes for the zip ties. Like that for that side. Like that. Okay, we're going to do the same thing as before. Just start with a small drill bit and then work up to a size that actually this might be. Yeah, this is the perfect size to fit a zip tie through. So now we have to attach this black piece to the venturi right here. So I'm going to heat the line up so it'll slide over. Slide it right over just like that. Make sure it's facing up. Now we can slide this clamp over. A pair of dikes or cutting pliers or whatever. And squeeze this. Okay, clamp is tight. Now we can put it into the bottom. Already have the zip ties pre-ran through. Now the venturi is installed with the two zip ties out the back. I'm going to trim these and on to the next step. Pushing this sucker into here. And try to line up the holes and push our little pins through. There's one. too. On the slide door, like barking and shit. Here's a bitch black. Here we go, all assembled. Looking snazzy. Now we can move on to modifying this thingy-majig and then putting it back in. That right there, kids, is why you always wear eye protection when you're using power tools. So mark this rod 2 1/8 inches up so that I can make sure it doesn't interfere with anything on the pump assembly.
Alright, don't mark it there, mark it 2 1/2 from, or 2 1/8 from here.
Yeah.
Not from there, so from there it would be meant. Look at that. Oh, look at that.
Perfect. Okay, now I'm just putting the flapper jig in. Just slides in. Clips into place. I'm gonna run this wire around. Okay, we're reinstalling the bucket. Plunger in first. Lower it down carefully. Okay, got one. This one. Just plugs right onto there. Like so. Now, the other two return lines. Ooh, that's so weird. My hands ain't like I was saying. These two lines get zip tied to the bucket. Those hoses are good, hopefully. So I'll take this thing, plug in the leads. They only plug in one way, so you don't have to worry about fucking that up. Alrighty, insert that in. And it's not proper angle. Get it like there. Man, click. Am I still in the guides? Ooh. Oh, she's tight. Put the tube back on. This other tube back on. Plug these in. Okay. We're done. Ready to test it out. Hopefully not have to put out a fire. Y'all ready for this? Alright, let's go get some fucking E85.